Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Sonique, and for the past month I have been working with, I don't like to say working actually because it's not a job, is it? But I've been using this deck here, which is the Twilight Realm Tarot Fairy. This was today's card, the world. Absolutely gorgeous. But alongside that this week I've been working with the moon deck, which is what I'm going to talk about today. So here we are, I'm nearly at the end. I made a boo-boo there. I've covered it up with a bit of washi tape. Yeah, I've put them in the wrong place. But anyway, yeah, today's the 29th. So one more day of the month left. And we're summer because here in Cornwall it's not really happening. It's very overcast, very cloudy, very disappointing. However, that's not what this video is all about. Being very British and talking about the weather there. Yeah, so I'm working alongside the Flickering Moon Diary as well, which is beautiful, and I'll link to my walkthrough of this deck. But yeah, I've been working with Fadex all the way through. Also, if that's of interest, then yeah, check out the playlist. So yeah, today we're talking about the moon deck. Now, this is an older deck. See, I'm being a good girl and I'm utilising my older decks. And this one is a true beauty. I think it was about 2017 it was out. And was it an indie deck? Do you know? I can't remember. It's been a while. But this is the box and it certainly feels indie. So, it's lush. It's a lush box. Got a beautiful feel to it. This is the front cover. This is the back. So the moon deck is 44 cards and a guidebook carrying potent mantras, illustrations and rituals. And that's where this really wins out here, because you don't just pull a card and read the message. There's a whole ritual that goes with each one if you decide to use it. And some of them I have, some of them I haven't, because they're quite challenging physically. It's just been a whole experience so far. So it's inspired by the cyclical beauty of the moon. This healing oracle set shares insights on growth, purpose, intuition, practice, and creativity. The moon deck can be worked with as an oracle guide, a daily tool for reflection and meditation, and in tarot-inspired spreads. May the deck empower and inspire you to walk your path with self-love, trust, and purpose. So what you get here on each card is like an affirmation. Box. This is the inside of the box. May we walk with trust and love. May we inspire and be inspired by one another. May we celebrate the many shades of our shared cycles. This is the cover card, and I'm not sure if this is still active. Do you know, I didn't check it out. didn't prepare very well, did I? But anyway, I'm not sure if this deck is still in print. It's created by 3 Moon Sisters in Brooklyn. So there you go. And this stays exactly the same as it says on the back of the box. So this is the guidebook, and you think, oh, it's just a little one. Oh, this one packs a punch. It packs an absolute punch. But let's just look at the cards first. And you get a beautiful, beautiful image. And they are absolutely beautiful images with an affirmation on each one. So we'll just go through. They are not in order, oops, but they have, and they're quite difficult to see, but there's a little number in the corner there that tells you which card you're looking at. So this is card 31. So yeah, they're not in order because obviously I've been using them. So I'll just let you look at them, and I won't read them, you can read them yourself. These are the back. So when I say some of the rituals are challenging, this is one of them. To get into this pose isn't easy for everybody. So that's something to be aware of with the day. So as you can see, there are yoga poses in this deck, this being one of them. And although it is a yoga pose, it's actually not referenced, this one, in the guidebook. But I do know it is a yoga pose, and I also know it's a very difficult one that I struggled with 20 years ago and just couldn't do now. But it's there to open up our heart chakra, open up our solar plexus, well, all of our chakras. If you look, you can see that the body here is open to receive energy into all those chakras. It's a beautiful pose. So there's so many elements to this deck. You know, we've got the affirmations, but they're just the first part, really, of what this deck has to offer. This guidebook is great. So it's, we have note pages at the back, so the actual text ends on 129. And what it does, I'll just go through it with you. So, yeah, copyright 2015, this second edition 2017. So you have a table of contents, a welcome page about it. Look at this. This is all about the moon cycles here as well. How to work with the cards when you first get them. Talks about the elements, talks about the guidebook and the mantras. It actually defines some of the words as well, not only here but in the back of the book as well. So mantra, it defines what a mantra is, what an affirmation is, an incantation and a mantra. Then we have the rituals, and it talks about those. Then it talks about some sacred objects you might want to gather while working with this deck. So as you can see, I mean, it's quite an extensive list. I mean, we start with a journal and pen. We have sacred objects, we have candles, we have art supplies, smudge sticks, yoga mats, meditation cushions. There's so much here. So clear and cleansing your deck, and beginning, shuffling, choosing, and some spreads. Okay, so that's the first part. And it says exactly what it says in the inside of the box here on the page 22. Then it goes into the cards. So on this side we get about the card, and on this side we get the ritual. So with adapt, my instincts keep me adaptable in the face of any obstacle. It's exactly the same as what's written on the card. Talks about that in depth there, and then gives you a ritual to do. And this one is a walking meditation. The ancestors, we have a ritual. Boundaries, the aura cleansing, breath, pranic breathing, clarity, morning clarity. Can you see? It's just full of information. And then when we get to the back here, we even have Kali, a Kali mudra. We have a do-it-yourself moon circle. And this is for leading a group. So it actually gives you instruction on how you can lead a group of women. Isn't that beautiful? In a moon circle. It goes through all those steps here. Some tips. Some suggested themes. Some more tips. Calling in the directions. Just a whole routine here that you can reference if this is something that you want to incorporate with others. Then we have information, and this is actually in line with how I see the elements. So air, fire, water and earth, above and below, and the centre. And it gives you associations for those. So east is air, spring, dawn, new beginnings, illumination, flight, inspiration and fertility. Now, when we come to tarot, some tarot decks, including the one I'm working with, have different associations for the elements, but I'll talk about that when I talk about working with the Fairy Realm deck. But yeah, some tarot decks go in a different direction with their elemental associations. So that's something to bear in mind. But this is so useful as just a little checklist. If you wanted to actually do any rituals or spell work, magic work, then you actually have here a little watered down glossary of what to bear in mind. Okay. And this is written by Ashley. Then we have a moon cycle chart. And this goes absolutely brilliantly as well with my Flickering Cauldron Moon Diary. Find it. No, find the front. There we go. So this one also has details on the different phases of the moon. So here we have it here in condensed form. So a new moon represents new beginnings. It's introspective time and time to name intentions and plant seeds for the future. It syncs with the archetypal moment of birth, a spark of creation filled with potential and the start of our feminine phases. And we have a gratitude page, but what we have here, which is also brilliant, is a glossary, and it breaks down the wording that's used in this book for you to reference if you are unsure of what it means. So we have here, look, bee breath. An effective and calming breath practice that refers to the humming sound of a bee. It's also known to help alleviate stress and anxiety, balance the thyroid and build inner confidence. The buzzing sound of the bee sends a strong vibration throughout the skull, helping to clear and empty the mind. So when you come to the card that's got the bee on it, which I think I just went to actually. Yeah, there. There we are. This is the bee card, isn't it? Yeah. Card 6, which, like I said, it's not in order. But you could use it with that card and use that bee breath. We have altars, auras, chakra, child's pose, the Kali Mudra, lion's breath, the lotus. Like, there's just so much. There's just so much. Warrior pose. Anyway, then we talk about a moon journal and how to go about using a moon journal, and then our little notes pages at the back. So this is a brilliant deck. I highly recommend it. I will continue using it even though I'm coming to the end of my June practice with this deck. It's going to be another one I return to. I have used it before as well. Before this month, I have worked with it before, and I just think it's beautiful. I think the images are beautiful. The cardstock is lush. It's beautiful. I don't know what it's called, if it's rose petal or what, but it is absolutely a dream cardstock. And it's not cardboard, it's not thick and cardboardy, it's beautiful. And it's kept well. So yeah, that's my little walkthrough and review, I suppose, of this beautiful deck called the Moon Deck. And I'll try and find a link to where you can get this if you can still get it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, which should be my wrap-up video for June, and working with these 2 decks. Well, actually more than 2 decks, isn't it? I've worked with, I think, 4 decks. But yeah, I'll do a little summary of the month pretty soon. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, bye friends.